So after Damian Priest cashed in, won the championship, I was thinking about this now that Rhea has her championship. Rhea, I don't think is going to lose for a very long time. We'll see how the draft goes. Necessarily for both of them, I don't think they're going to get separated. But I was like to see who's on what roster in order to see who they stack up against and who they, have who the people they got to match up against. I would like fight against and stuff like that because like Rhea pretty much done everything. She ran through everybody on Raw, so we'll see how she switches up to see if she gets any competent talent, but she might not lose for a while. Damien, I think they're actually going to let him have the title for at least a good long while. I was like, we'll see, because I was like, to me, Drew and CM Punk doesn't need the title. I was like, but you also might want to try to get it on CM Punk early just because you don't know how body's going to hold up. And right now, there's really nobody that you could really say you can put the title on at the same time. So cool for right now. They got it. And with that, I'm thinking, okay, cool. Rhea's not gonna lose it. Damien, they're gonna build up, and he's means he's gonna have it for a good long while. Is either he will or he should do his version or close enough to it of the Undisputed Era. And by that I mean Judgment Day holds all the gold. And now I was like, now if you know about Undisputed Era, that was always like their prophecy of everybody holding gold, and which they eventually did. Main championship, then I was like, no, NXT main championship, the North American championship, and the tag team championship. And I feel like if they do this right, they can. Like say even if Damien only holds it until like SummerSlam or something like that, that's still a good long while. That's still like until April, so that's still like 5 6 months. Or I'm like, Awesome Truth had the tag team titles right now. None of us really think that they're going to hold on to it crazy long. It was really just a good story, our truth, and all that other stuff. Now, I was like, I don't think you also want to immediately give them back to Judgment Day. And this is where the draft comes in because you're gonna shake it up because I was like, with DIY and all, I was like, I was like, so you might want to switch up to see who you give it to, but as of right now on Raw, I was like, New Day, no, they don't really need. They just going to be used for rivalries. DIY, I could see that, but I was like, you maybe want to do it on a bigger shot. Creed Brother might be a little bit too young for them to do it right now, so it's almost looking like Judgment Day. And this is how I plan it out. I think I think you go ahead and you have JD and Dom get the tag team championship. Finn has had it the whole time for a long time. I was like, don't let him have it. And also too, I was like, Finn is one of the weird spots where he's not main event anymore, in a way, but he could be used for that. And maybe they'll tell maybe that's how they'll all break up at some point eventually, and maybe it just runs its water. Last year was like filling the tide, and this year actually breaks the dam. But JD, I was like, Dom can get the tag team title because you could easily do them where it's like, when we seen Dom with the NXT title, but you could do both of them where, even though they both are basically losers of the team, especially JD, but as tag team, you can get away with them being that. You could get away with them being heel, asshole people that cheat. You can, Judgment Day is there to interfere at a higher rate. If it's those two, instead of those two being the people to interfere, Dom already has crazy heat. JD is sort of a prick. I was like, so they work in a lot of ways as that, and you can hide them being losers in that way at a tag team. So you do that, and then you let Finn. You probably let him take it off Sammy. I was like, if they're doing this whole like workhorse title thing also with the Intercontinental Championship, guess who also was one of those people? Finn Balor I want to say a long time ago, but he was as well. You could easily give it back to him, and guess what? He's gonna fight just as much, and he's also he's held the title. I was like, that's sort of where he's at this moment. Then you have Rhea, women, Damian, men, main title, and then you got the mid and you got the tag team titles, and they got gold dripped all around them. I was like, it'll work. You ain't gotta have it for crazy long. They could just be on top for a minute. But I think this is the best way that, cause they really missed the chance to really do it with the bloodline. Like they really should have had the tag team champion with the Usos, and they should have had Solo when he was really at the height of him being a monster, being the street champ, and all that other stuff. They really should have had him take that U.S. championship, especially because at that time nobody had that was worth a damn. Think about it. It was Austin Theory, and then it was Rey Mysterio, and now it's Logan Paul. You could have gave it. You could have taken it away from Austin Theory. You know how many times he tried to talk or be interfered with the bloodline? Could have had his Solo just take his ass out, win the championship, immediately assert him into that like dominance of mid card type of thing. Maybe he wouldn't be where he's sort of at now, and they could have dripped in gold. Which I'm like, that's what the bloodline was really talking about, meant for. You should have did it. And I was like, of course, it was a little different regime, I guess, but at the same time, you would think that they would have did it even with that regime. So that's odd that they never did it. And I was like, to me, that's a missed opportunity. They didn't do it with Sammy for a bit. Like they could have had Sammy just win it for a little while, had him lose or something. So anyway, I think that this should be the time that he do a faction, and especially they're really the only ones. Cause I mean, yes, I guess you can count what I was like the Pride of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, or damn it, I don't remember their name, with Karrion Kross and AOP. I guess they could be a faction. To me, I like a faction to have like at least 4, so more people. But why not strike right now while the iron's hot? Hell, to be honest, you could do that. You could get off Awesome Truth early. They don't need it. I mean, let them have it for a while, get past the draft, that type of thing. But I'm like, nah, backlash. Have them lose. They done had it for a month or whatever. Like, they're not gonna go on this parade of stellar tag team matches and stuff like that. Give it to Judgment Day and let them hold all to go. Hell, you can do that. I was like, hell, if you want to. However long that Damien holds the title for, if it's going to be a while, I'm like, hell, you have it do at SummerSlam, whatever you want to. I just think that they all should hold the title and solidify themselves as the top faction. They're the last one standing in this whole thing of everybody that would put in all the 3-4 man factions. Think about it. Everybody. They're the last ones left. I was like, Sheamus Crew's gone. I was like, whatever Hit Row was. I mean, and to be honest, well, see, then I was like, they're not undisputed anymore. Because I was going to say, I was like, you have LWO and I can't remember the other squad, and Phantasma. I was like, they're the only ones that also got multiple members. So maybe you could do them as well. But I was just like, Judgment Day is strong because they actually got a woman that's going to hold the title, and they got enough for a tag team and a mid-card title. Have them have it all. Reign supreme. They just own that one show, whatever they're on, SmackDown or Raw. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, what do you think? You think they should go ahead, go all in on Judgment Day while they still are together? Before they break up, you could say they basically can rival the Bloodline in these last. Because it's been over 2 years that they've been together. So like you could say they're not on equal footing with the Bloodline, but you can say that they're really close. Obviously they're number 2, but you can say they're really close and they can solidify themselves as a top faction. You want to say almost ever in WWE if they do this as well too. But what do you think? Let me know. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad of an idea. But until then, out.